Hello, all, and welcome to my channel. Let us start our tour of 3 absolutely amazing days in Rome, completely packed 3 days. Let us start our first day with an amazing tour of the Vatican. You have the Sistine Chapel, you have Vatican museums, you have the St. Peter's Square, and so on. Here is an aerial view coming up. Take a note of the semicircular shape because they symbolize the welcoming arms of the church. Let us start from St. Peter's Square. We are right in front of the Basilica, the St. Peter's Basilica, and here is a 360-degree view. At the top of the colonnades, you will see statues of 140 saints, martyrs, and popes. Here is a Egyptian obelisk with a cross on the top, and this is the other outstretched arm of colonnades. And then we are back at St. Peter's Basilica, which is the 360 view. Here is a view from far. Now we start our tour of Vatican Museum. This is where you will enter if you have a skip the line ticket. Entering the courtyard, also known as the Pine Cone Courtyard because of the big pine cone that you will just see in a minute. Pictures inside the amazing Sistine Chapel, the world famous frescoes.
Absolutely no. After 3 years, he was 13 when he went there. At 16. Italy's friends, the visit this 16 chapel has taken it to them here, collect pagan statues. They were a sign of evil, you know?
Inside the round room, if you see all the statues lined up on the wall. This room also has a beautiful Roman bath at the center. The Roman bath.
When they used to have 250,000 spectators. And now we are leading through these other apartments. Opening of the 13th. If you look above, you can see the Boulevard.
cosa là, catch love, you know?
Entering the gallery of tapestries, such a huge collection of tapestries, amazingly beautiful. Entering the gallery of maps, a huge collection paintings of maps back to back at a time when the pontiffs did not want to go out of the city. It's beautiful the way it's all depicted. There are four Raphael rooms where there are paintings by Raphael and the people who painted along with him.
The way here, sir.
Entering the Sistine Chapel. This is one of the most amazing places that you will visit. The world famous frescoes on the ceiling painted by Michelangelo.
Exiting the museum, Vatican Museum.
Entering St. Peter's Basilica. This was the last part of our amazing tour, and this is where we will exit in front of the Basilica, where I showed you the 360 view.
Look at the lady that had the word in the ship. Everywhere you can find the same. Por i sangue tu. Io dei lei.
Pope who negotiated with Mussolini.
Exiting the Basilica from inside. This is the front of the Basilica where we had started. Let us start the second day of our tour with 5 amazing places to cover. This square has 4 major streets intersecting. Here are the 5 key landmarks that you should visit when you're here.
यहाँ से वहाँ वहाँ से निकला
Coming up is the Basilica of San Marco, and then you have Palazzo Generali, and finally the Palazzo Venetia, the big palace.
No, I need to go to see that now io ho capito, vai.
View from up the beautiful monument. Statue of the first king sitting on a horse. It is said that the horse could seat 15 people inside for a lunch. Going inside, again a beautiful chariot. Now going behind the building in the open. It is said that from this monument you get the most impressive views of Rome. You can see the Colosseum right in front. It's a mile walk. And here we end. If you take a closer look, you will see a circular hole on the top. Here is a few amazing facts about the Pantheon. It is really impressive to see this structure so well preserved even after 2000 years.
Pantheon.
No, I look good in this one. Yeah.
Starting a 360-degree view across the Pantheon.
2000 years old.
Coming up is the Egyptian obelisk right in front of the Pantheon with a small fountain below. Time to head towards the Pantheon, go inside the church and crossing the massive towers right in front.
Chalo.
Take a view of the oculus, the circular hole on the top from right here. If there are rains, obviously the rainwater will fall inside, but they have excellent drainage system. The primary purpose of the oculus obviously was to have light in those days when there was no electricity. Heading out, as we were at this time, I think it was the closing time at 5 p.m. out in the open. Next, let's go to the Spanish Steps, a traditional place which has continued to live as a meeting place for centuries. We are walking towards the Spanish Step.
The Spanish Steps.
One 38 steps of irregular size. Lot of crowds, has continued to be a tradition of a meeting place, which is very nice to see. It is so nice to see the water to be so clean and pure that people are filling their water bottles for drinking the water. Here we end our tour.
Payosa Nivona. Fountain of Four Rivers.
Una avesse via del fare subito è l'esoterica.
Beautiful.
Sometimes they use the original arenas of the Centennial in Spain and France. We keep the left side of the arena, of the stage. We just leave here is the stage because the original wooden floor was destroyed by a catastrophe 1500 years ago. This is just a ruin, and so are missing the seats.
So we're standing on a reconstruction or the games would take place.
Going down to the dungeons.
So the foundation actually is also sewer, a drain. Debris that fell down from the top of the building during a catastrophe 1500 years ago. 1500 years ago, a catastrophe destroyed the part of the white limestone called the travertine. This empowered the winch, and the trapdoors allowed to the animals to be released.
Roman Forum.
From your spot, from your spot. Gente degli cent'anni could elect their own judges, public managers, even the general secretary. Because until 398, the Roman Empire allowed any kind of cult. The rule, the legislation of Rome was, believe whatever you like. You can in general, on a higher spot, you have also a better view of the everything, and not only, but also it's like to see the blueprint.
Wow, this is
How do you like it?
beautiful.
At the catacombs of St. Callisto. This is my first tour of a catacomb, and I have read a lot about them, so I'm really looking forward to this tour. Here is a list of things that to take a note of. Underground cemetery, the highlight is the crypt of 9 popes, and then crypt of St. Cecilia.
Oh, I have to skip. Turning on Appia Antica.
It is around a 20-minute drive from near Termini, the hotel that we are staying.
The state of Vatican. Entering San Callisto, right?
San Callisto catacombs.
Catacombs, yeah.
Sich bei der deutschen Flagge aufzustellen, jeder mit seiner Eintrittskarte.
This is where we start our tour, our 30-minute guided tour with a representative from the church. First, we go down the step of stairs, like 15-20 meters steep, and here is a glimpse of the catacomb with burial chambers on the side.
On Termini station.
Thanks much for watching. Looking forward to your comments.